ceremony was unique. I mean, really lovely. It brought tears to my eyes.
Oh, mine too.
I wish you both all the best in the world.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Audrey.
Thank
We'll
you.
need it.
Hi. You know, I gotta tell you, I prefer informal weddings. No, I mean it. I mean, why should such a joyous occasion be celebrated by such a solemn ceremony?
Well, we certainly had enough joy to spread around today, didn't we?
Oh, really, it was quite touching.
Thank you, Simone.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
So do
Thank you,
you.
Tom. Yeah, right. Hello.
Hello. I wish you every happiness.
Thank you. I think we're happy enough for everybody here, don't you think?
Oh, come on now. Years from now, you'll laugh about this.
Years from now, I think we had enough hysterics to get in the kitchen. I'm talking like my relatives now. What's going on with me? I can't believe this.
Tiffany, you look absolutely radiant.
Thank you, darling. I think rage and embarrassment tend to put a little glow in my face, you know?
You pulled it off. That's all that counts. And I think your best years are ahead of you.
Well, at least we'll be laughing right through them, won't we?
Oh, yes, we will.
I'll
Thank
have
you.
you later.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
dear.
You
Thank
sang
you.
beautifully, darling.
Honey, could I, Sweetheart, I have to tell you how sorry I am about everything that happened. Believe me, the last thing I wanted to do is laugh through my own wedding. Believe me.
Well, I'm glad somebody had a good time.
No, honey, I didn't mean to upset you. It's just that the first time I heard your real name, it sort of took my breath away. I didn't expect to hear something so colorful.
Colorful?
Please forgive me. I promise I will never make fun of your name again.
Why couldn't your name be something like Aloysius Piddlebottom or something?
What's in a name? Come on.
Elsie, bye! Oh, honey, give me a hug.
Oh, honey. Hey, Pearl, how you doing, sweetheart?
Girl, you've done us proud.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Mickey.
Down home with Marshall, the church wedding. I know these friends of yours. Well, they sure know how to put on the dog.
Hey, do you think they'd kind of go for a loan? I mean, that old RV could really use some new springs.
Oh, mind your manners. You don't hit up on folks when you first meet them. Why, wait until they toss back a few of them 6-packs of champagne. Then we'll get comfy and pass the hat. Uncle Mickey, Aunt Pearl, why don't you come on into the dining room? There's a whole lot of food. Believe me, it's a terrific spread.
What? Pearl's Bottom?
Your beer, Barry.
Oh, speaking of beer, leave me to the cooler. I got my own right here.
Now, first things first. Get your Elsie Mize and Sean's present.
Oh, you didn't have to give us a present, honey. You've done enough already.
Hey, wait till you see it. You won't believe your eyes.
Well, I bet I will.
Oh, excuse me for wrapping paper, but the dog got the other stuff.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, he's a hunting dog, and seems like, you know, he saw some animals on the paper, and he decided to fetch them.
You know what? I think we'll open this later. Don't you think we'll just thank you very much for opening this later?
Later? Well, what's wrong with right now?
It's
Pearl
nice
made it.
try, honey.
Well,
Pearl made it herself.
I'm sure Pearl did make it herself, but I'm sure it's very nice. But, you know, if I just give it to Jenny, I think that it'd be better if Sean and I opened it when we were privately together, don't you think? And that way we could really appreciate this very special thing that I'm sure you've made for us.
No, honey, I think we should open it right now. Now, one thing I don't want to do is hurt my new relatives' feelings. So, shall we, honey? Huh?
All right.
You don't mind if I just tear this paper?
Jokey. You asked for it, sweetheart. Let me see if I can...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is going to be just wonderful.
There we go.
Oh! How romantic.
Isn't it romantic?
I think it's, perfect.
Well, you're a tad premature, aren't you?
What is that supposed to mean?
Spending Tony's money before you get your hands on it? You didn't even have the decency to wait.
Aunt Charlene, the money is not what matters to me.
Sugar, the money is the only thing that matters to you.
No, that is not true. BJ matters to me, and I was going to and bound and determined to get custody of that child, and I would have had it, too, if you and Bobby hadn't turned my husband against me. Let me just tell you one thing, Missy. We didn't even have to give Tony a little tiny nudge.
What surprises me is I just can't figure out why it took so long to figure out what you were really like.
Oh, look who's talking.
And I tried to talk him out of paying you off. I tried, but I had to think of Bobby because I didn't want her dragged through the mud like you were trying to do.
Well, that's good, Aunt Charlene. What is she? A tramp with a heart of gold?
You're the tramp around here. And you've just been paid off for your services. So why don't you just go find yourself another man, sugar? You bled this one dry. And I want to tell you something. If anything happens to Tony, you won't get anything.
Okay, hi, Mom.
I want x-rays and a CAT scan run stat. As soon as that's done, prep the patient for surgery.
I'd like to assist.
I would too.
Okay, we better call Lucy.
Why?
Because she's still his wife, we need her consent.
All right, move it.
I don't understand this. I really don't. He's been following your orders. He's been taking his medication. What went wrong?
I don't know what Tony told you, but he certainly hasn't been following my orders.
What? What do you mean?
I told him the antibiotics weren't working. I strongly advised him to have the surgery right away. He refused.
Why?
He said he couldn't afford to be out of commission. Too many people needed him. He said the operation would just have to wait. And I hope we're not too late. Tony's fall caused a subdural hematoma, which just further complicates the abscess on his brain.
How bad is that? I mean, teeth.
I won't know the extent of the damage till we go in, but he's in serious trouble.
I'm coming. Oh, rat. Hello?
Charlene, this is Monica Quartermain. By any chance, is Lucy there? I've been looking all over for her.
No, but I saw her down at Wyndham's a little early. I don't know where she is now. Why do you want her?
Well, Tony has had an accident.
What?
Well, he fell and he hit his head, and he needs surgery right away.
Is he going to be all right?
We don't know that yet.
Oh, dear God.
Look, we need Lucy's consent before we can operate, and I'd appreciate it if you could keep looking for her. We're going to be doing the same here.
Oh, sure. I'll do anything I can.
Fine, thank you. Okay, well, there is no luck at Lucy.
We can't wait any longer.
Fine, well, then let's do it. Not to say that we didn't try. Amy, will you keep trying to get a hold of her?
I sure will.
Thank you. Let's go.
In fact, I think I know where she might be. It's probably at Monica's house. It would be just like Lucy to crash a wedding.
Robert, I can always depend on you, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention, the first dance is going to be for the bride and groom, and then the bridal party. So, you may.
There we go, yeah. This is Mrs. G.
Excuse me, sir. There's a telephone call for you in the entry.
Thank you, Jennings.
Honey, you always put that smile back on your face.
I have never been so humiliated in my entire life, Sean. This was supposed to be the wedding of the year, and now I am the laughing stock of this whole
Honey, no one is laughing. Especially not me. Because I have just married the most beautiful, intelligent, gracious, sensitive woman alive. And every man in this room is envious of me, so you enjoy the limelight, darling. It's all yours.
You bring me happiness every day of every year. And I always love you. All that you are.
Mind if I take her for a spin?
Please, be my guest.
You have made my life complete.
Oh, Daddy, it's so good to see you.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I can't tell you just how good it is to see both you and Mama. I missed you both.
We missed you too, sweetheart. Read about that labor case in the paper.
I can explain that.
No need now, no need now. Don't worry about that. No matter what happens, I want you to know your mom and I back you up the whole 9 yards. You'll always be our little girl.
Take a gander at that lady over there. Ain't she the one whose picture was on the front page of that gossip magazine? that makes her famous. Oh, you got to pass. I want to get her autograph.
Would you excuse me? I need some air. Tony's in the hospital.
Yeah, Amy says they're getting ready to operate on him.
How serious is it?
I have no idea, but, you know, we really ought to keep this quiet, Ruby. There's no sense putting a damper on the festivities here.
I feel so helpless. Is there anything I can do?
Imagine Charlene could use a hand. She probably wants to be at the hospital. Why don't you give her a call?
Good idea. I wonder if Lucy knows.
Here you are, Mrs. Jones.
Oh, and thank you.
Paging Lucy Jones. Lucy Jones to the nearest courtesy phone, please.
I have no idea who would call me here.
There's a phone on that desk. You could take it there.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. Hello? Hello, yes, this is Lucy Jones.
Lucy, it's me. Tony's in the hospital.
What? Angeline, I can't hear you. What is it about Tony?
Not that you give a damn, but Tony's been rushed to the hospital.
Never mind, and I'm coming. I'll be at the hospital.
The intracranial pressure is rising.
We have to do this one fast. There's not the slightest margin for error. One slip and we could lose him. We have to evacuate the hematoma and clean out the abscess, and we have to do it fast. Now, stay with me, people. Tony needs our best work. Scalpel.
All the men over here and all the women over there, all right, okay?
Duke, I know that I can't expect you to forgive me for what I did to Anna. I want you to know that I made a big mistake. I honestly thought I was helping her by not coming forward.
I understand. Excuse me.
Better than going to the hound dogs.
Absolutely. You guys are absolutely nuts. Come on, Cheryl Ann, honey, we're going to throw the ball.
Oh, Tiffany, you know, if you don't mind, I'll pass.
I do, man. Come on, you're going to get lucky. Yeah, guys, we're going to do the garter first. All right.
Whoa, Robert. I had a hell of a time getting here in the first place. You're not running out of me now.
I wouldn't think of it.
Whoa! I'm a married man. I can do this now. Oh, honey. Honey. There she is. There she is. We have a winner!
Yes, you hold your best, sweetie.
Okay, Goyles, it's your turn. These buds are for you.
Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Congratulations. Thank you.
that was terrific.
Congratulations.
Why don't we have a little champagne or something, darling?
Or something, yeah.
Okay.
You go, Abby.
Honey, I didn't embarrass you like that. I was just trying to give you a little hope, you know?
That's all right. But better no hope than false hope, I think.
When we couldn't find Lucy, we figured that we should notify you right away that they are going to proceed with the surgery.
Well, from what I understand, there wasn't any choice.
Well, it's about time.
I got here as soon as I heard, where's Tony? Can I see him?
You'll have to wait until the operation is over.
What? Operation? What do you mean Tony's in surgery?
Yes, it was an emergency.
You mean you just wheeled him in there without even talking to me or finding me or consenting?
Doctors waited as long as they possibly could before making a decision. You have to understand, Tony was fighting for his life.
Who signed the consent forms then?
I told you it was an emergency. A choice had to be made immediately. Dr. Fletcher, Monica, and Bobby did what they thought best, and I agree with them.
Did Bobby happen to mention to you that she stands to gain a very large sum of money if anything happens to him?
Lucy, you're way out of line.
I want to talk to Bobby, Dr. Hardy. I need to talk to Bobby right now.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Well, where is she? She's got to be in this hospital somewhere. I need to talk to her.
She's assisting in OR.
Are you out of your mind? Oh, that woman.
Yeah, she'll come around. She's just worried about her husband.
I've known Lucy for a long time, and I've never known her to care about anybody but herself. And I hate to say this, but if anything does happen in OR, this hospital's going to have hell to pay.
The cranial cavity is open. I can see the abscess. Now let's have a look. God damn!
What? What is it?
Why in God's name didn't Tony listen to me? He should have had this operation weeks ago.
All right, well, if we don't relieve the pressure right now, he could die.
And if we do, he could suffer extensive brain damage.
Well, I know Tony. And I think he'd tell us to take the risk, so I guess I'm saying it for him.
Let's go for it.